He loves you.
He shot.
Doesn't like you. He loves you.
Yeah. He shot his shot.
He
from
shot
half
his
court.
shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Knowing
with a man's.
That's a full court shot right there.
Yeah, without a
full
doubt.
court
He
shot.
said, "Fuck it."
For real.
Time winding down. They might get married. It's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
How many shoulders you have?
I don't know. Two.
How many shoulders you have together? 2,
4.
3, 4.
All right.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. Runs
Is
into
it
his
very-
arms and like jumps up and like does the old leg wrap like, oh my god.
And then is he like
he's like
grabbing her?
He's like
like
looks you in the eye type shit. Like literally has her in your arms like this. She says, oh my god, my bestie.
Baby, just vibe with me. Baby, just vibe with me.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast where you get to tune in and get a glimpse of the guys. My name's Luciano.
Jay
Miller.
And we are GG Podcast, bringing
Yo.
you episode 29. We're almost at episode 30.
That is crazy.
Almost at episode 30.
Tough.
We got to
Yeah,
get a guest
very
for the last one.
Yeah, we do.
For
We
30.
do have to get a
Have
guest
to.
for the next one. We do.
Yep.
You know, we're trying to like pump out a lot of content and give you guys the best that we can. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know.
Get into it.
First, let's just get into it, huh?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
man.
do you guys like that? Do we just get into things? You know, like I just get into the
That's-
nitty gritty.
That's
I like
that's
that.
what that's what it means because
Make sure to check that out.
Yeah,
Link in the description
honestly.
down below. Get to it merch.
Yep.
For real. Yeah.
I had a
Take
question.
it away.
So
Damn, you got a fucking big back, bro. Holy shit.
we just did back today, man.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
did. Huh?
You know?
We did. Yeah, back
You
and
know,
buys
so-
today.
Get into it. Get you right. We are getting
Why
to
not
it,
get
bro.
that shirt? Link it down in the
Like,
description.
literally. But how would you guys feel if you had a girlfriend that had a boyfriend, or no, a girlfriend that had a best friend
Uh-huh.
that confessed their love for them?
That's foul.
None of us have boyfriends or girlfriends, anyways.
Yeah.
Right about the first part.
Not yet. All right.
But
Jared's mind is sick right now.
but how would you feel if you had a girlfriend that had a best friend, one that was a guy, and they confessed their love for them?
And they still were best friends after,
Or just how would you feel
just
about
how
the
would
whole
I feel
situation?
about it at first?
And then
Okay,
third, yeah, that's the second one. But
that's the
thirdly,
second one.
how would you feel if they were still best friends with them afterwards?
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Must start off. Yeah, that sounds wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at first, you know, being with your girlfriend and having that, if they had that best friend that was a guy, like it should be, you know, okay because they were obviously best friends before your relationship, maybe, you know, because I think it would be weird if you gained a best friend while in a relationship, you know, it'd be like, oh, like how'd you guys come upon that? Huh? But at the same time, you know, I'm thinking of a scenario where they were already best friends, blah, blah, blah. And she told me that the guy confessed her love for her. And my reaction would be like, I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
What did I tell you? I freaking knew it. And then after that, you know, after feeling so good about it, like that was right, I would probably be like, well, now what are you going to do? What are you going to do to settle this?
Yep.
Are you gonna stay best friends with him, or are you going to cut him out? Like, it's going to be a little awkward, you know, because all he confessed your love. He confesses love.
Yep.
He loves you.
He shot.
Doesn't
his
like
shot.
you. He loves you.
Yeah.
He shot his shot.
He
from
shot
half
his
court.
shot.
Yeah.
Wow,
Knowing
with a man's.
That's a full court shot right there.
Yeah, without a
Full
doubt.
court
He
shot.
said, "Fuck it."
For real.
Time winding down. They might get married.
So at the end of the
Buzzer
day,
beater.
it's not. I don't think it's my decision to make. I think it's her decision how she's gonna settle that, and I'm gonna base my answer, my decision off what she makes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'll do.
What about you, Miller?
Probably would go with that first answer, of course, because I've definitely been in a similar situation where I was like, yeah, I knew it.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
All
was
right,
like,
go
I
ahead.
knew
Go
it.
ahead. Explain.
With the situation?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay, so pretty much like I was talking to this girl and she had a guy best friend and they had been best friends forever. Like she was like telling me about how like when nobody was talking to her, like back in high school, like this was that dude. Like he was just being real cool, da da da.
Mhm.
And I used to like joke around about it, be like, yeah, but like I mean he probably likes you though, like, you know, like at least a little bit, this and that.
Yeah.
And so essentially,
Yeah.
I had already been saying, I was like, yeah, like I was like, yeah, he probably likes you, this and that. And then like one time I remember she was like, no, like he talks to other girls and like, you know, he still like hooks up with other girls and like on top of that, like he had a girlfriend for a little bit too. And I was like, okay, bet, but like I don't know, like just the way like I don't know, he'd be moving or whatever, like talking, like it just doesn't seem like that. Cause like she had told me a couple things about him, about how like he wasn't a fan of me, and like I was just talking to her, like type of deal, and like I wasn't even like we weren't like dating or anything, but so then eventually I was hanging out with her one time, and like she was like, oh, like yeah, my guy best friend's gonna drop off his dog, like for us to like, oh, for me to dog sit for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, bet. So I go downstairs with her, and then I walk outside, and like I'm like, yo, what up? And this dude's stone cold just, and I was like,
Bro.
yeah, like I kind of saw that coming. Like in all honesty, like then she started talking to him about her. Like he was like, yo, like I didn't know, like it was both of you guys gonna be like taking care of the dog and da da da. I'm like, when we came back to the room, she was like, I don't know why he was being such a bitch, and I was like, yo, I could tell you 3 good reasons why right now.
Right
I was
now.
like, you know
Yeah.
damn well. And she's like, okay, yeah, like I just didn't think you'd be like such a bitch about it. And I was like, I know, but like I told you, like I told
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And then it got even further where I was like really like pretty much exclusive with her and like really talking to her. And like some shit went down one time and I ended up seeing him. Like, I don't know, some shit went down. And then I just ended up seeing him one more time. Dude was just on dick. He already didn't like me at this point. And then after that, like, she not chose me, but, like, kind of, like, ended up still talking to me. And he didn't like that. And he kind of just, like, he had his feelings hurt, essentially.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he said
yeah.
something about, like, you know, this and that. And then pretty much, like, not went ghost, but, like, he like distanced.
Kind of.
Yeah, he kind of went ghost from her because of me, which is
Yeah.
kind of tough. I felt bad too, in all honesty, because like at the same time, like I know they had a really good like connection, like they were really good friends, this and that, and like you know she really, you know, counted on him like way back then and all this other stuff. Like I felt bad, but I mean it is what it is. Like I mean, true colors do show sometimes too. You
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely.
Cause like I feel like it's a little hard to kind of be mad at a girl that she has a best friend already, you know.
Of course,
before
Exactly.
you
Mhm.
started dating.
No.
Like I feel like you have to be comfortable with that, you know, be confident
course.
in yourself in some aspect, like you know, trust that
Yeah.
at first. But when you start seeing like some shiesty stuff
Mhm.
like that, you know, like you see a little here and there, you're like, I don't know about this. And then it
Yeah.
starts adding up. You're like,
Mhm.
okay, let me get my 2 cents in. Like, do you think like
Yeah.
And then finally, when they can't like handle the pressure, you know, I love you, right?
Like I said, they're shooting their half
Yeah.
court shot because they feel like
The pressure.
they're gone. Like if
Yeah.
they don't choose this moment to
Mhm.
confess how they feel, then they may never get a chance.
For real, bro.
It's crazy too, because that dude was literally like, I'm pretty sure he had like a girlfriend at the time, or like
Yeah.
he was
Oh,
literally
oh,
he
shit.
literally had a girlfriend at the time, or he's talking to her, and
It's
then
even
like
worse.
still expressed his feelings to the girl I was talking to
Mhm.
during that situation, and like
Yeah.
that's why he blew up on such. I was like, damn, like
Nah, that's
wow.
crazy, bro.
That
That's
is
crazy.
wild.
Yeah, but
What about you, Jared?
So if I had a girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
who had a guy friend,
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't mind if they had a guy friend because I already have a best
Like
friend
before?
That's yeah. So I already have
Not
a best
after the
friend that's a
fact, right?
girl. After the fact, it's different,
Different,
because
right?
it's
Yeah.
like,
That's
what do you have a? What do you have a? I should be your best friend. You know
yeah,
what I
it should
mean?
be like your best
Not your
friend.
best friend, but like I should be like.
even if you didn't have like that guy best friend before.
It's like,
is
why do you have
what you're
that guy best friend now?
saying? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
okay.
that too.
It's like, what's
Yeah.
going on there?
Okay.
But like
I'm glad
beforehand,
we're on the same page on that one.
it's obviously like I can't do anything about that because I would feel like since I have a best friend that's a girl as well,
Mhm.
and we've been best friends for a long time,
Yeah.
I can't get in the middle of that, right? But I will say I was talking to this girl, and she was upset the whole time that I had a girl best friend because I felt like she felt like it was a threat to her,
Mm-hmm.
but like we never done anything,
Yeah.
right? And I've
Yeah,
talked to her.
nothing.
I've talked about her too a lot because I think it's different situation to have a best friend that's the opposite gender, obviously, you know, but it's one of those cases where it's like we literally do nothing intimate,
But it's
but
very platonic.
I'll do anything for her because she's like the sister that I never had,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I understand that from that experience. So if I had a girlfriend that had a best friend that confessed their love for them though, or a best friend that had confessed their love for them, like you said, like I said, I'm not gonna like force her to do anything.
Oh yeah,
So it's up to her to see like what she chooses.
for real.
You know what I mean? If she chooses like them in an intimate sense
Mm-hmm.
over me, then it is what it is.
Skadoosh.
You know what I mean?
Kung Fu Panda.
I think it would be weird for her to, you know, kind of stay friends with him though if he confessed her love for her, unless he tried to adjust to just staying friends, even though he had to confess her love for her.
Yeah.
I also think it's kind of I this is weird, but I feel like I would kind of have to respect him for, you know, shooting a shot in that sense. You know what I mean?
I can see that because he like obviously this is the dude that has been friends with her for years. You know, sometimes like fuck
I
him
don't
still.
respect it. I don't know.
Yeah.
At that time period, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I try to put myself in his shoes.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like especially if he feels like me and her are like a really like tight bond and like something that might be a longer or relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? I feel like if he did confess that to her in that time span when we were together, one, he's shooting a shot. I don't know, because that is kind of disrespectful.
It
too.
is disrespectful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's why like you have to wait for what she says. You know.
Yeah,
What
that's
she
why I'm
says.
saying like I can't force her to be like, oh no, like I told you so. Like,
'Cause if I like,
but like if it's like I said, if it's something that happened way before us, like I don't know what happened before. you know?
yeah,
So it's like I can't tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But if he confessed his love for her, I would just have to let her choose. Like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's either me or him,
yeah.
but like if he confesses his love, obviously I know what his intentions are.
Yeah.
I
Also,
think I
you've
would
heard that
believe that.
before. Like
I've
is he
had-
really like kind of
Yeah.
deal? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what about like? Would you be fine with that situation? I like
That's
that
fair.
question.
That's
Would
fair.
you be fine if like your
Okay,
girl
that's a
had
good one. Yeah, let's go
gay,
with that
gay
question.
best friend?
What is it? Sorry.
Would you?
I was talking.
I have
about
one,
it.
I guess.
Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that.
I didn't
know
mean
you-
to.
You grabbed me. You just grabbed.
I mean,
It's okay. It's all right.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
How many shoulders you have?
I don't know. Two.
How many shoulders you have together? 2,
4.
3, 4.
All right.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
That's a
All
little
right.
move that you guys can do. Pull off in the movie theater with your girl or something like that. You know, be something fun.
If you want to lose her.
In a movie
I don't know,
theater.
it's worked every
Yeah.
time for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can
Movie
honestly.
theater.
Because like
it's
I'm
funny.
a little goofy, so
Yeah, it works,
you know?
yeah.
I guess so.
No, I
but,
can
like,
see that.
I'm more like in Netflix and chill.
And they're like,
kinda
oh my
guy.
god, they're oh my god.
So
Oh,
movie
yeah.
theaters.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right.
It's been a while since I've been to the movie theater. I love it though. It's been a minute. It's a little buzz. But yeah, the
back to
question
your question,
was,
sir.
yeah. I guess the same deal, but like, what if he's like the gay best friend? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just do the same rules apply, and like, is he straight to like, oh my God, sis, like those titties are fat, like.
Oh,
I mean,
Damn.
like,
But what if he was
That would be
acting gay
crazy.
to get to her?
but how do you know?
no,
You never know.
You don't
You
know.
never know.
You never know.
I guess you
know.
never know.
But if he
That's
was getting a little physical with her right in front of me, like
That's wild.
I would
Yeah.
say it up front, like right then and there. I'd be like, I'm a little uncomfortable, guys. Like,
Yeah.
all right, like let's stop that because I be slopping their shit like crazy. So I don't know what the fuck is going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
I'd be like
wild.
this, gah, 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 gah. Something like that.
You do what?
I don't know if you want to fight him or fuck him. He said, da 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 da. It's like, wait,
I wasn't.
I don't know that
Yeah,
fight. I don't know the finishing
Get
move.
it? Oh, that's not what I meant.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I was like, yeah, wait a minute.
You guys took it wrong. I meant like to her, like that's what I do to her.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Was that is that bad? I don't know.
That's what you do to her?
Yeah, we play Star Wars. That's the Star Wars role play.
She's like, I got this. There's no way.
What is going
Yeah,
on?
there's no way. There's no way. We have to.
Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Said Luke, I am your father.
She said, I am your father.
Yeah.
No, back to the question though.
Yeah.
If he were to touch my girlfriend in front of me like that, like, be physical with her, I would feel some type of way. I think,
Definitely.
Yeah.
because I feel like no one else, like personally, I think no one else should touch you, kiss you, or anything intimate like that in a relationship except for the person in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be
Unless you're a
male,
swinger.
female, whatever, like gay or her best friend. Like I wouldn't really, like that. As
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Because
Unless
I'm
you're-
just very like I just really respect like her
Boundaries
as-
and shit.
her
Yeah,
boundaries.
and it's like those things that you're talking about are like just
Yeah.
supposed to be the intimate things between
Yeah,
you and your partner,
is.
not like the things that you just like kind of freely like just do with everybody else. So I
Exactly.
100% respect
It
that.
should be something special. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yep.
Special.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
What do you guys think about the whole? If the gay best friend were to touch her in front of
Yeah.
you or something like
Yeah.
that.
The
How would
gay
you guys
best friend?
feel? Yeah. How do you guys feel? He's giggling
Honestly.
before.
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
Would you square up right away? Like, what's
I
going
know.
on?
I was thinking the same thing.
He's
Like,
like-
I would have to analyze how he's touching her, I guess.
yeah.
Like,
Like she like runs
Is
into
it
his
very-
arms and like jumps up and like does the old leg wrap like, oh my God,
and then is he
And
like
he's like-
grabbing her?
he's like-
like
looks you in the eye type shit, like literally has her in your arms like this. She says, like, oh my God, my bestie. Yo, how crazy would that be? And he's like this too. He's like, oh my God.
I would be astonished. I'd be like, that nigga is not gay. Are you kidding me? He just looked me dead in my soul with my girl's cheeks all on his hands, like.
He said, girly.
No, we're squaring up right then and there.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down right now.
Like right then and there, bro.
You stop that.
Yo,
Here
that
you
is wild.
That's
If he was
funny
doing
as
all
hell.
that, then
Okay,
definitely
let's-
not. We got to square up.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely, we got to
That's
square
funny.
up ASAP. No Rocky.
Yeah. No.
But if it's different, like I said, you say hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. You say hypothetical, but the situation with me and my girl best friend, we're not intimate at all. Like, I don't remember the last time like we hugged or anything like that. But like, we'll tell each other everything. Like, we'll spill the tea about certain shit that's like I may never tell anyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it depends on what you mean by like best friend and like in that sense. So if he's doing all of that, like,
But they're still just best friends.
he's not gay at that point. If he's grabbing all
I
booty
don't
cheek,
know.
staring you down like, yeah, she's mine. Like, he's like, oh my god, she's mine. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
That's
Like,
what I get out of that. You know
she's
what I mean?
mine. Just,
No, yeah, that's a little wild.
So
yeah, no, that's what that's funny as hell though.
if he did all that, now we're squaring up.
Yeah, respectfully.
Right there, like, oh, yeah, put her down right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Taking off the shirt and everything, like, you know, like, fuck you talking about?
You talking
She's
about?
mine. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Talk about some she's mine.
What would you do?
Oh, yeah, 100% the same thing. Like,
Same
I'd have to
thing?
fight at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah, no, because like you're doing a lot. Like I was joking, but like honestly, if someone did do that, I'd be like, put her down.
If he
Right now.
if she like
We're
jumped
done.
in if she like jumped in his arms and like he has her like by the back and like he's like touring around and like, yes, best friend, like, that's different.
But would
Yeah.
you want to fight him though? Like, I think that's just the end right there, isn't it?
Depends on how he's touching
You know?
her. You know,
Yeah,
depends on
you
how
might be
he's
Like,
right.
why would
interacting
she
with her.
let him do that? You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna change
Mhm.
her.
That's a, like, honestly, if you see your best friend like that, like,
like it's a,
like
it's
when I
gonna
see
be
you
your
guys,
best friend.
sometimes I want to jump in your arms, but
Yeah.
like society just denies me of that. You know, like,
I definitely see you. I definitely see you too. I think
you know,
yeah.
like, we'll be like, yeah, that's our idea of us jumping in each other's arms.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
us dabbing
exactly.
up, like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
You
it might
know?
not mean anything to her either. Like it's just some friendly stuff, but like, you know, I mean, obviously you taking handfuls.
Yeah, I
of
think
something
after
else,
like
you're
you
doing
should
a
have
lot.
like a talk maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's like, hey, baby, like I don't love when your
Maybe
boy
you can have a
slaps your
talk
boy
right
on the
then
way
there.
out.
Like, just tell him straight up, like, yo, like, what y'all doing? Like,
Yeah, like what's the word?
I don't know about
He's
this.
like, you know, I'm getting that. You know, this mine.
And then
It's
after
been
that,
mine.
yeah, I think
You know what
yeah,
I've been
after that,
doing.
like we know that you're not, gay at that point. Shout out LGBT plus community. Happy Pride Month.
Yes, sir.
Hope y'all have a great month.
Yeah, those parades be getting lit too, yo. I've never been, but yo, I've seen some crazy ass stuff from them
Really?
parades. I heard people come back with some stories.
Really?
Let me tell you a
Yes.
story. So we were in Montreal, gay capital of Canada. Nothing, I'm not saying this is weird, but we had a hotel. We were playing a basketball tournament for my college, and we had a tournament. Our hotel was on the same street as the parade. So we were out shopping as the parade was going on, but we came back early. Like, me and a couple guys came back early, right? We had to walk through the parade.
Mm-hmm.
So like this scene, like that's not the bad part. What I saw was like this guy had to be on like stilts, but he had like these, I don't know how tall they were. They were like 3 feet tall boots with a G-string, the thinnest G-string that you could ever find. And he had a cowboy hat on, black dude, right? And I literally saw him like walking down, doing a strut, bent over. This other dude with a whip started whipping him on the ass, bro. I'm trying to get to my hotel, like, you know, and
Trying to
like,
finish my night.
like, you guys have your fun, that's fine. But like, at the same time, I'm walking through the parade and everything. We had to go like when there was like, it was like groups of different. I don't know what it was. Like, it was just like that group of people, and then there was like a 50-foot difference from another group of people.
Oh, like maybe they did like the whole LG. Maybe like they did like
Maybe,
lesbian people, gay
maybe,
people.
but-
You know what I mean? That kind of deal. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was
I'm
just
taking
different for
stabs,
me.
I don't know.
It was
Oh, okay.
it was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
different for me. It was
Mhm.
like, damn, you know, this is a wave, and people
Yeah.
love it here,
Mm-hmm.
and I could definitely live there, but at the same time, like, that was just a different experience for me.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of like culture shock, even. You know what I mean?
Low
like,
key, yeah.
It's not like you're like, you know, most people are predominantly straight, like most of the U.S. is. So like it kind of makes sense if you're only around maybe like non-straight people. Like it's just it'll be a little bit of a different vibe and different area community and stuff like that.
I will tell you though, like we had to look both ways like 10 times to make sure that we could like actually go straight through just to get to the hotel, because like we didn't want to like interrupt or anything like that. Like we didn't want to get caught in it.
Yeah.
We were just trying to get to our room, but it
Get a
was
little spanking on the way out.
What do you guys?
I didn't like. That's the last thing I wanted.
Whip for you too.
Like, no, please, no, thank you.
You're next.
No.
Jared's like,
Oh God.
what is this?
I'm just trying to play a basketball game.
My hotel.
But no, it was a different experience for me, and that was definitely a cultural shock, something that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
But honestly, shout out to the LGBTQ for starting that movement and creating a buzz of people that want to be recognized in a sense of being accepted
And accepted.
Yeah.
honestly. I've seen some fucked up shit. I just read some shit from Uganda that was talking about anti-gay laws and shit, like how they're
Crazy.
imprisoning
Extreme, bro.
people for
Yeah, I think that's too extreme. Oh my God. We'll talk about it. Sorry.
me personally. Like I said, that's your decision with any other decision that you make in your life. Like that's your business. For other people to make that same decision is not right.
Yeah, because it's not a decision for everybody.
It's not. It's your life, so
Yeah,
you get to choose
exactly.
how you want to live your life, how you want to be. So that's how I feel in that instant, in that situation, right? Or for that situation.
Yeah.
If you want to get me involved personally, I'm sorry, I don't want to be involved.
What
in,
did
that type of
Uganda do?
So I read that the Uganda president, he made an anti-gay law where you get imprisonment for engaging in sexual activity or homosexual activities, right? And this is crazy. I've never heard of this, but you get the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality.
Bro. That's crazy.
Now you ask, what is aggravated homosexuality?
Great question.
They defined it as getting like HIV from those sexual activities, shit like that. So if you get tested for HIV positive,
You might just be.
you're
Fuck,
dead.
you're dead.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Which is like, I laugh now because it's just like, I can't compromise.
can't
Like,
fathom
It sounds
I-
wild. Exactly. It sounds like a
Aggravated
joke, bro.
fathom
Like,
that.
Yeah.
aggravated
Homosexuality.
homosexuality.
That's the
Crazy.
craziest thing I've
is
ever heard of.
the most wild thing I've ever heard in
Bro,
my life.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for you Ugandans, man.
Yeah, that's some elementary like word made up or like phrase made up. Like, yeah, no, that's aggravated homosexuality. Like, bro, what? And like, I remember actually seeing something on the same thing. So the Uganda president actually had it was like one of those like meetings where, or not meetings, but like they have speakers or people come in, like people from the community come in and they all ask, the president questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies was like talking to the president. It was like, the LGBTQ plus community requests to speak with you, and so they can come to a settlement. Then the president was like, who? No, I'm good. He was like, who? And the lady was like, oh, like the LGBTQ community. And like the president starts like laughing, bro.
Really?
And then the whole room like erupts in laughter. Like, because they were like, you want to talk, the LGBTQ community wants to talk to the president. Like, even the girl that was asking the question, like, started laughing a little bit too. Like, it was crazy,
what
bro.
country is this?
Wow.
This was Uganda. It was the same thing. Uganda
Same
president
thing.
talking to the president, and then
That's
like
wild.
just all they were requesting was like for the president to speak to the community and like hear them out. But nah.
What I don't understand though is like, how can you like kill someone because of their sexual orientation like that.
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with you?
Yeah.
How is that affecting anyone else?
It's the whole black versus white thing, bro. Like, what do you like? Doesn't affect anybody, bro. Like, just because you're black or whatever. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I feel like you should
it's
just
so
support
weird.
your people that you have in your country as much as you can.
100%, because they're your
Anyway,
blood, bro.
They
Yeah,
are.
exactly.
They are
said-
what's running. They are what's keeping you running. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
bro.
At the end of the day.
And they're related to you in somehow, way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
real.
Go far back enough, and you're related to that gay dude. So you should probably, fix yourself as well, type
Yeah.
shit. Like, come on now.
It's like
Heard
and
this fact that blue-eyed people are all related.
I heard that too.
Mm.
It's like a hereditary gene that
Yeah.
came from
one.
blue-eyed person.
Really?
From a recessive gene.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which, yeah, it does make sense in that sense.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's just like I said, I laughed before because it's like baffling how
Right.
crazy that sounds.
No, it almost doesn't sound real. Like, genuinely, you wouldn't imagine like
I
in
didn't
the
think
year
it
of
would get to that
2023, like you would think, how
I
do
didn't
they
think
go
it'd get to
backwards
that.
almost, right? It
Yes,
sounds crazy.
exactly.
Yeah. Like, how do you
Bro,
go
like,
backwards?
That sounds crazy to me. I
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd never would
Nah, I don't
think.
think. Like, how would you guys, I want to ask this question here, okay? If you were to be president, what's your first take in office? What would you do different? Like, what would you want to, like, get done now? Just one thing.
One thing.
Just one thing.
One thing that gas prices.
Gas prices?
Gas
That's all you would
prices.
want to do. Change.
Like, that's the biggest thing for Americans, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
Especially like right now at the rate that like obviously inflation, but the thing that we run on as Americans on a daily basis, majority of us, is cars and vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So gas is a huge part of that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
That's fair.
And if you're
Yeah.
paying $4 for gas, like, bro,
It's huge. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
what the
Yeah.
fuck are we paying for gas? Like, we
Yeah.
got to get to our job, but we have to pay to get to our job already as it is,
Mhm.
right?
Nah, for
Yeah.
real.
To make money.
Yep.
For real.
So if we have to, it's not even investing. I feel like it's just wasting money at this point.
I mean, it
No,
is.
it
Your
is, yeah,
car
no, it
is a losing, like, an asset that loses value.
Unless
Yeah.
you're using your car for an asset, but most times people are driving to their job where they're not using their car most of the time,
Yeah, you're right.
right?
Mhm.
And if they get like a paycheck every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
like how are they supposed to make up that money
Budget.
to get to their
But I
job
hear
to
you.
make money?
Mhm. No, you're right.
I
It's
like
just an
that. You know,
additional
that's a good
cost
one.
sometimes. Yeah.
And I know it's a lot deeper than just like, cutting down gas prices.
But
like
still,
that.
that's a lot.
But I
Obvious-
like that one.
like
That's a
that
good
would
one.
be like my main thing.
Good one
How
to
to
take in
figure out.
office. Boom.
Yeah,
That's what you
something
wanna
where
do.
Americans can actually
That's what you wanna
get
do.
behind.
Yeah.
As not even like
Yeah.
from a political standpoint, but just from
Yeah.
everyone knows that gas prices are high as shit right now.
Yeah,
so we
facts.
need that to go
Mhm.
down first
Nah,
of all,
that's a
first
good
and
one.
foremost.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
What about you, Millie?
I would do free education because like I feel like school, like I feel like everybody needs like some type of schooling and education. I feel like that's what keeps like minorities like off the streets. It keeps them out of like homelessness. It also keeps just like low class citizens like or not having the proper access to education is what keeps like the the poor class poor and stuff like that. And then it also is that one step that you need to like go above and beyond sometimes, you know what I mean, whatever it may be, stop gang violence probably a lot too, and just probably just be better for homes and families and just success and life with all these kids.
Are you talking about college or high school?
All
Could
of
be
it.
all.
All of it.
Because
yeah.
I think prep schools crazy. I see prep
Ridiculous.
schools that
more expensive
cost more
college,
than community colleges,
which is
for
ridiculous.
What reason?
Yeah, no, there's.
Yeah.
You get
I
the
feel
same
like-
fucking degree.
No,
Yep.
You know, for
Literally.
every college as it goes through, depending on what level you go to. But to have a prep school, you might not even get into the college that you want to get to.
100%.
Like, what are you really prepping for?
Yeah, seriously.
You know? So I feel that heavily.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I think I would probably do free insurance, free health insurance.
Free health insurance is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
because
that.
you know,
Yeah.
I've been
Obama.
around here and there in the world, and I've seen the life that people live, and you know, for example, in Argentina, they have free education, like Miller was talking about. They have
Yeah.
free education, free colleges, free high
Really?
school, free everything, all paid for by the government, and somewhat Argentina, right there, yeah. And they also have free insurance. You know, you go to the hospital, you don't get everything's covered. Everything's covered for you.
That's
What's
huge.
the
But there's other things that aren't covered. You know, like
Mhm.
physical therapy and all
Yeah,
those
of
little
course.
like other stuff, right?
Mhm.
But there's things like you need an emergency.
Mhm.
Everything's covered for you in Argentina.
So what would
Which is
you
kinda cool.
compare? How would you compare it to
So,
America's
I would
rules and shit about
I would
that?
want the health insurance here, you know. So the thing about having that here and compared to a lot of other countries, and the American like mindset right now, they they think like taxes are high, right? You know,
Mhm.
taxes are super high and all this stuff. But if we really look at it, if we do our research, we're only like probably the 36th
Mhm.
like most tax country in the world.
100%.
And there's other people, other countries that are more taxed than us, that have everything that they need for their people. You know?
Yeah, because
And
we're
everything's-
greedy.
All of
That's
them
the
is
problem.
taken care of. Everything's taken care of. All of
Yeah.
it is done. And I feel like that would be the most beneficial thing that you could do for people. Anyone
Mhm.
that can go to the hospital, get something fixed, you know, lives can be saved.
Yeah, it's huge.
Things can be cured, and all this stuff
Mhm.
can be helped with. There could be free education. So many things could be fixed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that has to do, you know, with that thing that we were talking about. Like, obviously. Okay. So next question, Jared.
What's up?
Jared, you had a dream the other day, and you asked me this question. Would you like to reiterate it?
Yeah. So. Fuck. What was the question?
So, all right. So Jared's question
I got it.
is
Is
dreams and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So, what is your guys' wildest dream? Could be a sex dream, could be a nightmare, but something that you vividly remember as
Mhm.
being like your craziest dream.
Damn.
Because last night I had a dream that I was with my best friend. We were literally about to go get some lunch really quick.
Yeah.
And my mom pulled up with this brand new red car.
Mm.
Well, she didn't pull up. She got into the red car.
Yeah.
And as we were about to pull out, she just reversed 70 miles per hour into my neighbor's garage.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
And I went and grabbed her out of the car. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? I was like, are you drunk? And she was like, yeah, I took a couple shots right before work. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? Like that's not even like safe. Like,
Yeah.
and I woke up and I was like, and I was just like, that can't be true.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
You know, like
Uh-huh.
so like that just baffled me.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, what's your guys' wildest dreams?
I just remembered mine. So this is one that sticks out to me crazy because this was the most vivid dream I had that like blended into real life. So pretty much essentially what happened was I was super sick. Like I remember I had like a fever and like I literally had a fever dream. So like pretty much like I had this really bad fever. I was really sick. I remember I was like sleeping a lot that day. And then it come nighttime, like I go to sleep and like I remember the dream was just like essentially it's gonna sound crazy. It was essentially like soldiers, like, and I remember like it feeling like ISIS type soldiers. It felt like
Oh yeah.
it felt like they surrounded my house. It felt like there was a helicopter above. Like there's like dudes in the trees like watching me through like sniper scopes. Like I actually thought they were like preparing like to like run into my house, and like charge into my house. And then like I even thought that they might have been downstairs possibly. And like I was like, it was just really weird thing. Like I remember being in my bed and like it was to the point like, bro, like I believed it so much that it was like I thought there was a sniper actually on me. And this shit sounds so like ballistic, dude. But like I thought there was a sniper trained on me, like literally looking at me. Cause my window, it's like my bed is right here and there's a window like in front of me at the other side of the room. And there's a tree like way back there. So I thought there was someone in the tree with the sniper scope pointed at me. And they were like, I don't remember if it was like they were saying don't move or no. It was more like I was trying not to move so I wouldn't get like caught being like quote unquote awake or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I remember, bro, I just sat there like in bed and like I would just like put my arms at my side and I was just like trying to keep as still as possible. Bro, I can't even tell you how long I did that. It felt like I possibly like stayed like that for like half an hour, and then like it might have been shorter, in all honesty. It could have been like 10 to 15 minutes. But then like I was like, all right, like I eventually like I have to make a move. Like I have to get out of this like line of sight. Like, and I just like boom, I just like rolled off of my like bed, like just like instantly like rolled off of my bed. And then like, and this is me being awake now. So now I'm awake and I'm like, I roll off my bed like, because I remember being awake for a few seconds when I was doing that weird still shit. I roll off my bed. I take my like pillow and like I take my blanket and like I lock my door. Like I lock my door. I set up like bro, I was tweaking. Like I literally like I put my
down.
Genuinely felt like that. Like I was so geeked up too.
Shots fired.
Bro, like I felt like this crazy anxiety too. I was like they were watching me, like quote unquote. And then like I put my pillow and like my like blanket like in front of my bed and I just slept on the ground that night. And like I woke up and like it was to my mom or my dad like opening the door and like in the morning they're like hey like why are you sleeping on the ground? And like I was still so like not into it. I was like, wait, what, are they gone? And like my mom was like, what? And I'm like, what? And like I was just like, what do you like, are they gone? And then like I said it again and like I remember like stuff started to click where I was like, she's like, what are you talking about? Ha ha. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Like what? I was like, wait, what? Like it was the most real thing I've ever experienced in my life, bro. Like genuinely gosh. I could not believe that it felt so real. It was just so weird. Like I don't know. Like I might as well have been. No,
that's a crazy.
Yeah, it was like a trip. Yeah.
And it like meshed with real life.
Yes, bro. That's what had me so creeped out, bro.
Even more.
Yeah,
crazy.
Bro. It was just mad weird.
Oh
yeah. What about you though?
There was a pretty wild dream that I've had. It was like during when I was like watching The Walking Dead a lot with like with my ex-girlfriend and everything, because I rewatched that show already like twice at that point. So I rewatched it with her, and I already knew like so much, and we just watched it like for a whole day or something like that, just going on Netflix marathon or whatever. Sure. And because she wouldn't get off of it, and it was like really good at this point because it was like a really pinnacle point of the season. And I remember sleeping that night, and I was going crazy in my dream, bro. I was like John Wick with these zombies in my dream. I guess I was with her or someone else. I was with one of the characters. I was like with some of the characters. Yeah. I was like with like Daryl or Rick Grimes or something like that from The Walking Dead. And I was just like, yeah, like, no, we got to get to that point in the area. Like, we don't know. There's going to be a lot of zombies. Like, oh, don't worry about it, Rick. I got you. Pop, pop, pop. Pop them all. Straight headshots. Straight headshots. Boom, boom, boom. Like, there's a zombie coming at me. Boom. Boom. Slice. Bah. Right in the head. I was going crazy. And I went to Daryl. I got to Daryl. I was like, yo, you all right? Let's go. Let's go. Move here. Move here. And then we were going through. I just fucking started shooting. I was like, oh, there's too many. There's too many. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We start hopping on top of fucking cars, going on to top of buildings. And we're like, okay, like, this is good. But there was this one guy that was freaking out too much and making too much noise. That was like, he was not a good dude. And like, he was trying to like fuck with the whole group or something like that. He was trying to backstab us. And like, all of a sudden, you know, it was like, at this point, I just like switched to me and him. Like, it just forward into like a whole different episode of this story in my dream. And I was like with him behind the car or something. And like, I was like hiding only with him. And then we had to get to this certain spot where the group was. But there was like a big herd of zombies around that area, and there was only one opening. And like, he was like, no, I don't know, man, like, we can't go. I'm like, dude, like, we have to go. Like, we gotta go now. He's like, no. And then he started having a panic attack and started screaming. I was like, no, dude, stop. And then the zombie started fucking, like, I saw 1, 2 start turning, and then that's when I was like, I got my gun out. And I shot him, and then I woke up, and I was like, whoa.
You shot the dude?
What the fuck just happened, bro? I was like, did I just really shoot my teammate? Oh, my God.
Homeboy team killed just because he was so annoying, bro.
No, I team killed so I could survive, bro. And I fucking made it out.
Yeah,
But no, that was like, because I didn't even like shoot him at that point, but I know I was like about to pull the trigger, you know what I mean? So I just assumed that I shot him.
In your dream, you're like,
I was like, all right, well, now I put the like gun like right here, and like, but I didn't shoot him.
Put it in his mouth. You said, what up, bitch? Yeah, you want to keep screaming now?
Bro, it was so like, it was like I was just living in someone else's like body of a character, you know?
Yeah.
It was so weird. And that was like the most insane dream. And I remember just vividly talking about it the next day with like my ex and my parents and everything, and they were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I was just like John Wick in The Walking Dead for some reason. Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Felt badass though.
It's crazy what the mind can dream. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Do you think your dreams say something about you? Like, in the whole like psychology standpoint of things?
Definitely. There's something subconsciously like in the back
Lethal
of your
killer.
mind that like kind of catalyzes
CIA,
that dream.
watch out. Nah, just kidding.
That's funny.
I mean, CIA, take me in. Don't take me in. Like,
Yeah.
Take you in.
take me in for,
Take
you
him.
know.
Go
For a
ahead.
job application.
The job
maybe
application,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, take him in.
Take me
Lock
in.
'em up.
Damn,
I think-
want me to get locked up?
I think that
crazy.
dreams subconsciously somehow they catalyze that whatever the meaning is, because like my family does have a history of like I don't want to say my family, but there's people that I care about, and they have a history of like dementia or like alcoholism, and that might have been the reason why I thought of that. My mom isn't like an alcoholic though, so it's like,
But
I don't know why
you're
I
right.
thought
It's such a
that.
weird
But, like,
thing.
it's almost like I feel like I fear that she'll be an alcoholic or something like that. Like that.
Sometimes you don't even know how to
Very
interpret
hard.
the messages in those dreams though. Like, maybe like that mom, like maybe that like your mom in your dream could have been you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like
maybe.
you in the future, like in some other scenario, like some you know what I mean? Like,
It
I'm
could
not
be so
saying what
different.
exactly. Like, there could be very
Like that,
many
like,
interpretations.
shooting, like,
Yeah,
shot so many
exactly.
Zombies, like, thinking,
Yeah.
like,
Maybe you
could be,
hated
like,
your
special
teammate
ops,
at the time.
you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
that was
Like,
my
Maybe,
exactly.
honestly, yeah.
That was a next
exactly. Yeah.
It's hard to interpret, dude.
Yeah, it
It's
really
just,
is.
It's just I know that I don't know how to interpret it. I don't know how the mind does it.
Yeah.
All I know is that the mind is so powerful.
Very
so powerful and so complex at the same time.
Even when you don't, like, even when you're just sleeping, like, when you don't expect it, it's like
straight subconscious.
Yeah.
just straight like at that point it's just like you can't control what you're thinking.
Not even close.
And to be able, like, I was thinking about this too, like, you guys know about lucid dreaming?
I was gonna say something about that.
Like, to be able to control what you're doing in your dreams.
Yeah,
I've done that a few times.
It's almost like,
sick.
fuck, dude, like, it's one of those things that you can't explain.
Yeah,
you know?
very weird.
Crazy. I used to pop out like an item out of nowhere, like what I needed.
Yeah, I used
Like,
to
or
always
I need
go on a
this.
motorcycle. I used to always, like, I don't know. I had to
Really?
train to do it. Like, it took me weeks to even lucid dream for my first time, and I only lucid dreamed like probably a total of like 5 or 6 times ever.
Really?
And yeah, I literally had to like practice stuff before going to sleep, like, to lucid dream. And like, there's certain things that you want to think about, and like, there's certain ways like that you have, like, because you have to somehow get your mind to, like, some people can naturally do it, like, but you have to somehow get your mind to be half awake while you're also asleep. You know what I mean? And that doesn't just naturally happen every time you go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do certain things to like make you aware in your dream world when you are asleep. Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
weird.
crazy.
It's like you have to know that you're dreaming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Exactly.
I remember reading about that. Like, lucid dreaming is literally just knowing that you're dreaming, so then that way you know that how to navigate. Because there's times when you dream, like there's times when I dream and I'm trying to run away from something
Yeah.
and I can't run, and it never catches me. But that anxiety in my dream
Stays.
is like, I feel like things can catch me.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
I hear you.
But once I realize, like, oh, it's a dream, like, you can do what you want. Like, then you can control the dream,
Yeah.
which is wild. You know,
It
I
is.
feel like that's so,
That is wild.
it's so hard to explain.
Yeah, facts. But then again, like, yeah, I know. It's just wild.
I think we'll end it off there.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Please.
It was a fantastic
Good
fantastic little episode there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe,
Of course.
and make sure to check that link in the description down
Yes,
below.
sir. Go
Please.
get your
We
shirts.
appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Get to it.
We appreciate you all 118 subs and plus. Have a great night. Have a great day. Have a fantastic week. Whatever it is to you, get to it. We'll see you in the next one.
That's it.
Peace.
My name is music to my ears. The way you